Welcome everybody to Guy Party Podcast. This is excuse me. This is tidbit 32 of Guy Party Podcast.
You're fucking up.
You know,
Dropping the ball. You say you have it, and then you don't.
but then again, that's typical of me, no? Anyway,
I expect
I
better of you.
am
I expect
going to
better
talk
of
over
you.
Matt and say I am one of your hosts, Al Broody. This is your other host over there, Matt Brookie, Matt Brook Daddy, Matty Brook Daddy.
Wow, it took you long enough
Dude,
to.
Your hair is like on flowing point right now. I want to add.
Thank you.
It's like
It's freaking long.
Did
man.
you use Pantene?
No.
You used mane and tail, didn't you?
No, I Head and Shoulders.
Dude,
Head and Shoulders.
I'm just
I was
gonna
actually.
say,
I was Go ahead.
it's luscious.
I was talking to my boss tonight at work. Before coming home to this, and he has relatively long hair too, like me. And we were talking. He's like, "When was the last time you got your hair cut?" And I was like, "Been over a year. It's been since at least I think last August. So it's been a
Cheers,
while."
Matt. Yeah.
Cheers. I don't have beer, but actually,
Matt's beer.
I have Fireball.
Matt's got Fireball. This might be another Matt drunk episode.
No, I don't have any. Actually, I kind of have it now.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Good.
Well, cheers, everybody. Everybody listening, take a drink, take a swig. Cheers. Ah, man, that sound never ceases to like make me cringe a little bit. The sound of like everything washing back down to the bottom of the bottle after you take a swig of fucking vodka or whiskey or something.
Yeah, but Fireball is good. Fireball is one of the few liquors I can just drink straight because
That's true.
it's
Yep,
like
you never could.
a shot of Big Red.
That's accurate.
It's just Big Red to me. So I
Okay,
can
do you
easily.
like Big Red gum?
Yeah.
Holy fuck, dude. We're talking about your hair, and now we're talking about Big Red gum.
Mhm.
Welcome to Guy Party Podcast, everybody. This is what we do. But anyway, yes, Big Red is good. Your hair, you haven't cut it for over a year.
Yeah, since August, at least.
So it's been a year and a couple months.
Yeah, like year and
Dude,
3 months.
it does not look bad at all.
No, I mean, I'm thinking for the holidays coming up about at least like going to like a hairdresser and just having them just walk in and be like, just clean it
Give you a
up a
perm.
little bit, make it look a little nice, you know. Maybe I'm gonna have him trim it. I would definitely have him trim it, but I don't know what I would necessarily do. And Jesus Christ, I look white as fuck.
You got to get a perm, dude. You got to do it. Got to do it.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm planning on doing yet.
All right. I have to get it. My hair's long too, but that's
Yeah,
besides the point. Whatever.
come on.
Yeah.
So we'll just dive right in, I guess. Biggest news this week, which was kind of very sad and hard hitting, was Stan Lee, 95, passing away.
Just take a moment. Cheers.
I don't want to say ironically, but I was actually watching an episode of Daredevil when I saw the news. Which it was one of those things where I saw it on Reddit, and one of the first articles I saw on it was from TMZ. Which
I never trust that.
yeah,
source,
and that's
but
the thing. Like, even people on Reddit were like, you know, it's TMZ. You know, we have to take it with a grain of salt right now. But someone was like, unfortunately, when it comes to news about death, they're usually pretty right about this stuff. Like, they don't seem to like be one of those websites, I guess, that if they get a reporting of someone dying, I think they kind of check the sources first before reporting on stuff like that. Unfortunately, I know I texted you along with a couple other of my buddies that are big into either the Marvel movies or comics or just, you know, in that aspect.
that
and
world in general. Yeah.
Everyone just kind of had the same reaction of fuck. But
Yep.
it's one of those things where it's like, we knew he was getting old and we knew it was only a matter of time before he passed.
But you're never ready for that, to hear
no.
that news.
I think this might be one of the first celebrity deaths where I kind of teared up a little bit when I found out he passed away.
Yeah. I mean, that's understandable. Nobody's really that close to a fucking celebrity to get like worked up. Like, oh, damn it. Like,
Yeah.
Robin Williams. Shit, that's so sad. But like, this kind of hits close to home, especially
Yeah,
for you.
like I'm more of a DC guy, but like I've read a decent amount of Marvel stuff, and a lot of people these days attribute Stan Lee to the reason they're either in the comic business or just what he's done for it as a whole. I mean, hell, look at the last 10 years, 15 years of movies. Like, we wouldn't have the Raimi Spider-Man, we wouldn't have the X-Men franchise, we wouldn't have any of the MCU. Or we might have it, but like he's the one that kind of kickstarted it. So I think I found an article where his 100 most important characters ranked in quotes scientifically.
Scientifically, as in.
So they I think they did some. I'm looking at this right now. They took the Marvel database, and essentially what they did is they downloaded all 54,000 characters included in there.
Well, goddamn.
And in it, it turns out that Lee is listed as having created or co-created 1,082 of them.
Could you imagine?
So that just shows the impact that he's had on it. But what they did was, I think they essentially, the way they took a trick from Google, and the way Google decides the importance of a page is by looking at the number of other pages linking to it.
Okay.
So they counted the number of connections each character has to other characters. So for example, if Peter Parker went on Trip to Titan with Tony Stark, like in Infinity War, and it merited a mention on his character biography, that would count as a connection.
Okay.
From that, they derived an impact score, the number of character pages link into a character, plus the number of links that character's page link into other characters. And because this was all text-based and relies on precision of detail, there's obviously errors. I was looking through it. I didn't really notice many of like the top 50.
There are some really obscure characters I have no idea, nor have I ever heard of.
Like there's like, I'm looking through it right now, and there's very few that I recognize. Like there's number 80 is Jane Foster, who was Thor's love interest in the first movie, Natalie Portman, who eventually in the comics does eventually become a version of Thor.
How?
I don't remember. She becomes worthy. That's how Thor is determined.
Yeah.
But
okay,
like even the top 50, like there's names in here that I do not recognize.
Let's go through some. Go through top 25 or something.
I was gonna say, well, we can do top 25 because most of those we'll probably know. 25
to 1.
Yeah, starting at 25. Robert Drake, who I believe is Iceman.
Gotcha.
I'll double check these as we go.
I can do it.
Yeah, if you want to do it, you can.
Sure.
But I'm pretty sure he is Iceman. Yes.
Iceman, fictional hero. Yep.
Bobby Drake. Yeah. The second I said Bobby Drake, I recognized it. So Bobby Drake, number 25. Warren Worthington III, who is Angel in the X-Men.
Okay.
He's number 24. Jennifer Walters, I believe is She-Hulk.
Jennifer Walters is She-Hulk, correct?
So she's 23. 22, Otto Octavius, Doc Ock.
Yep. Doc Ock. Yep.
So obviously it's not just heroes, it's just characters in general.
Yeah.
21, T'Challa, Black Panther. 20, Nick Fury.
Oh, yep.
Samuel L. Jackson, of course. 19, Jean Grey. 18, Clinton Barton, Hawkeye. 17, Wanda Maximoff, Scarlet Witch.
I didn't know that one, but Wanda, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's Scarlet Witch. Number 16, Henry Pym, the original Ant-Man.
Yep. I like his character in Ant-Man, especially in Ant-Man.
Who's the character who's the actor that plays him? Michael. Isn't it Michael?
Looking it up right now. Michael Douglas.
Yeah, I think it's Michael Douglas, right?
It is Michael Douglas. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
Especially in the Ant-Man and the Wasp. Have you seen that yet?
I still haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
I'm probably gonna
dude.
rent it off of
Facepalm.
Amazon or something soon.
Okay. Yeah, but he is. I like him a lot better in the second one than the first because I mean he just the way he acts toward
Yeah.
Paul Rudd. It's funny because
Which, all right, actually,
And,
remind me of Paul Rudd at the end of this list because there's something I saw the other week that I want to mention.
okay. And I forgot already.
Number 15, Norman Osborn, original Green Goblin.
Osborn.
CEO, I think, of Oscorp. I could be wrong with his title, but you know, big Spider-Man villain. 14, Henry McCoy, aka Beast.
Beast.
Who in the comics originally wasn't blue.
How the fuck did he turn blue? Did he go through
I don't know. I don't know if that
liar,
was a different universe where he became blue and they stuck with it. But originally he just had he was just really strong and fast and agile, and he originally wasn't blue.
What movie was it that Cody Banks played in that turned the dude blue? Paul something. Oh, fuck. Anyway,
What?
there was a movie where not Cody Banks. What the fuck's his name? He's that one dude.
The dude that did the thing with the
Frankie
thing.
Muniz. Frankie Muniz.
Oh, I know what movie you're talking about now. I
Blue.
can't
What?
think of the name of the movie though. But it's like where he's like a rich kid.
No, he's
No.
not Richie Rich, but fuck. Wait, let me. Okay, I gotta look this up. It was with Paul something.
Agent
Big
Cody
Fat
Blanks.
Liar.
Big Fat Liar.
No.
Yep.
Big fat. I said liar. I was close. It's Big Fat Liar.
Yeah.
And it's Paul Giamatti. He turns blue. Wow. Holy shit. Frankie Muniz and Amanda Bynes were in that movie. Anyway.
Yep.
Tangent. Welcome to Guy Party Podcast. Where do we go?
13. This one I'm gonna need you to look up.
Okay, I got you.
Max Eisenhart.
Eisen.
EISENHARDT. I don't recognize that name.
Last name again? Is it E? E-S?
EISN.
Okay.
EISEN.
E-N. That's Magneto, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That makes sense.
I never knew his actual fucking name.
Yeah, I thought his name was.
Magneto. No, it's
I'm thinking of. Guess I'm thinking of something else. I didn't know his name was Max. I thought it was something else.
me either. But we're
Um.
learning things.
Well then.
It's good. It's a good thing. Delete.
Oh, I'm used to his name being Eric. That's why I just googled it. He's also known as Eric Leshner.
How the fuck? I'm Al Brody, also known as Steve Franklin. Why?
I don't know.
Anyway. Okay.
But yeah. Where'd we leave off? Number 12, Jonathan Storm, Johnny Storm from Fantastic Four, Human Torch.
Yep.
Number 11, Xavier, or Professor X, Charles Xavier.
Yep.
I almost said Xavier Charles. That wouldn't have made sense. This isn't James Bond.
I'll have to look that up. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Number 10, Scott Summers, Cyclops.
Okay, yeah, we're getting in the top 10 now.
Yeah.
Oh.
This all right. This one is not one I would have suspected. Matthew Murdock, Daredevil. I would not have expected him to be in top 10, but apparently he has. Wait, let me double check if that's connections.
Matt Murdock.
Oh no, that's debut. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, Matt Murdock, number 9.
I like how a lot of superheroes or like kind of alter egos have the same first initial, same.
Yeah, I
like,
think
first and last
that
name.
was a thing that Stan Lee was just
Coined as well.
coined. Yeah, like I mean, you look at a lot of the names, and a lot of them are that way.
Yeah,
Number
I
8.
like it. Rolls off the tongue.
Number 8, Stephen Strange, Doctor Strange.
SS, there you go. Again.
Number 7, Victor Von Doom, Doctor Doom,
Dr. Doom.
villain of Fantastic Four. Number 6, Ben Grimm, The Thing
The Thing.
from Fantastic Four.
I haven't watched that so long.
Pretty
And,
sure, right? Yeah. Big Rock. dude.
Yeah. Who the fuck played Michael Charles Chiklis? Who played him in the movie?
In the first movie.
Yep.
Because it was who played him in this?
I'm looking it up.
I can't remember who played him in the remake. It was no. I don't. I'm gonna it.
I don't know.
Who was the Black Panther villain?
Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah, I think it was him that played him in 2015.
Really?
I think so.
I'm
gonna have to look this up. I'm pretty sure it was Michael B. Jordan.
I'm gonna look up the Thing actor.
See, I was gonna look up the Thing, but then I realized it just took me to it was Michael B. Jordan.
No way. Really?
No, he was Johnny Storm. Completely wrong there.
He's not. He doesn't have the kind of physique.
Completely wrong.
Thing.
Completely wrong. I don't know why I don't know what I was thinking there. Number 5.
Oh, Jesus.
Thor.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise. Number 4. Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. Number 3. Bruce Banner, the Hulk.
Man. He loves that first initial thing.
Number 2. Do you want to guess number 1 and number 2?
Captain America, or was that he started working on Captain America in 41 or something?
I don't think
Hulk one of them.
Well, that's Bruce Banner, dummy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we just did that. Oh shit. Did he do Iron Man? Did he do Tony Stark?
That's number 2. Number 2 is Tony Stark.
I mean, number 1 should be easy enough, but I guess. Everybody out there, comment on it before you fucking hear it. His most common or most referenced person.
I guess one that had the most connections.
I don't know. I would have guessed Tony Stark, but he's 2, so I don't know. What is it?
You're close. Spider-Man. Peter Parker.
Peter Parker, dude.
Who Stanley always referenced was his favorite. He always referenced that Spider-Man was his favorite.
Shit.
Comic hero.
Created. Damn it! How did I not know that? Son of a bitch. Yeah. I should have known because it wasn't even in the top. I didn't hear his name in the top 10 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, and like
I'm guess number 2.
Yeah.
Good enough. Well, goddamn, what one? Besides Spider-Man, because I know that's one of your favorites of him, right?
That Stan Lee created.
Yeah. Or Marvel. I mean, Marvel in general. Like you like Spider-Man. Besides Spider-Man, what's one of your favorite characters that he created?
That he created. I'd have to Google the characters he's created, because I'm not sure entirely what he's actually credited for.
Okay.
Hang on. Vent a little bit. I'm gonna see if I can figure out.
Vent about what? Just how upset we are.
Stuff.
I read also. I think I read some article like how many movies Stan Lee was in, and he's been in fucking crazy amounts of movies.
He what was I just gonna say? You said something about movies, and
he was in. I forget the number of how many movies he was in, but he was in like more movies than anybody.
Oh, well, he was also in like the Hulk TV show and Thor TV show from like back in like the 80s or something. He made an appearance in there too.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
So I'm looking at the characters he's created right now. I would honestly, looking at a quick glance, it would probably be between Apparently, he's credited with creating the Punisher
Oh hell yeah,
and Hulk.
Bruce
So
Banner.
probably be one of them too.
The Punisher's badass character. I'm so looking forward to a season 2, hopefully on Netflix.
Yeah.
They better, dude. That show deserves a second season.
Yeah. It was really good. I'm excited to
think
see.
so. I still think his best fight scene or any kind of scene that he was in was still in Daredevil in the prison. Oh my god. He had to fight his way out of that cell block.
Yeah.
Man, that was brutal and awesome.
And what was it? I remember seeing after Stanley's death, going back to this real quick, I don't remember what Reddit thread it was on, but someone just linked a YouTube clip to it, and the link said just like this cameo defined his life, and it was his cameo from Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire, right? That was his name. The Raimi trilogy with like Venom and Sandman and stuff. And it's Peter Parker looking at across the street in New York City, Times Square, of like Spider-Man highlights, and Stanley walks up to Peter Parker and just goes, "What do you know? I guess one man can really make a difference." And it was like,
Yep. I've seen that.
That defined his career way too well because of all the stuff he just fucking created.
Accurate. Just, you imagine like the characters that like, he thought of and jotted down but never actually wrote a story about or something like that. Probably like hundreds more, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Just what was going on in his head.
Yeah.
Smart dude.
And I remember
Creative.
I was listening to the radio the day after he passed, and I think it was on the radio I heard this, was at the time where he was like kind of head writer.
Mm-hmm.
He was writing for, I think, 8 different characters.
God damn.
Now you get one person, essentially a character. Or I shouldn't even say a character, because with Batman and Superman, at least, there's the Batman comics and there's Batman Detective Comics. And they each have their own
multiple
things. So, like, he was writing 8 issues, essentially. I would assume a month is what they were doing at the time, like they kind of do now.
How busy you have to fucking be.
And I don't remember who was necessarily saying it, but they were saying how he kind of essentially went to, I think it was Jack Kirby was the
Yep. He was like the
drawer.
If anybody else was more creative, just as creative or influential.
Yeah, it was the guy who drew everything.
Mm-hmm.
And Stanley would essentially go up to him and say, "Hey, here's roughly what I want. Draw it." Because he didn't have enough time to do the entire script in time for him to draw it. So he'd be like, "All right, this is roughly what the script is going to be. Draw it. I'll just fill in the words when I get done with it."
Yep.
So it was like also that creative collaboration of just being able to mesh that well is just kind of giving him a guideline of what he wants. So I thought that was pretty cool. And writing 8 issues a month, like, may not sound like a lot, but like,
That's a lot. Creatively, that's a lot. But you're basically creating 8 new stories a fucking month for a character. You know, usually within an issue they have like a problem. They wrap up that problem almost at the end of the issue.
But there's always an over arc and over. What's the word I'm looking for? Overarching? This doesn't sound right. Overall problem. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
it creates a problem and it's solved at the end, you know, of each issue. So pretty much, I mean, of course, some span a couple issues, but generally, you're making up 8 new stories a month.
Yeah,
I've never made up one.
Yeah,
ever. So, goddamn.
Credit to him, even though I didn't really do much the past couple years, like. Don't expect him to, because he was living the retired. Well, I mean, like, creative wise, like I would say the last 20 years of his life, he was just kind of enjoying the ride, because it wasn't really until the last 20 years his work kind of took off. Like that's where he really took off, where like, you know, you get the cameos and all that, and it was just, I'm glad he got to see the first
come to fruition
10 years of movies in the MCU and all that come together. And I'm sure there will not be a dry in the theater when it comes up at the end of Avengers or end of Captain Marvel saying in memory of Stan Lee. So,
yep. I read somewhere, I saw a meme or whatever, my reaction went in my face when you think of Venom as being his last cameo, but it's not. He has two more at least.
He'll have a couple more. He'll have at least Captain Marvel and Avengers
4.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he had Spider-Man Far From Home.
Because that finished.
That finished filming. Yeah.
Or not production. It finished wrapped filming. So
yeah. So I'm sure there's. And I thought I remember hearing like a year or two ago they just filmed like 5 or 6 just in advance, just because they knew he was getting old, and he's like, let's get this stuff done. No.
Yeah. Did he pass from pneumonia?
I didn't actually hear. I just heard he got rushed to the hospital in the morning and then passed away later in the day.
Yep. Lee died at the age of 95.
Yeah.
That's a good long
life. And like I said, the last 15, 20 years of his life was when he really saw his work come together and pay off. So
he earlier this year, Lee revealed to the public that he'd been battling pneumonia. Yep. And I believe that's what did him in. So does he pneumonia? Okay. As a healthy, 25, 35, 45-year-old adult, you can kind of get it and get over it. But as a child and as an elderly,
elderly,
the young and the old is where it gets you. But dude, 95, holy shit, good life. Born in 22.
Yep.
Could you just
lived through the Depression, lived through World War II?
How many wars? Major wars. World War II, height of the Cold War with the Captain America,
Vietnam.
He credited Korea, the Afghanistan, Iraqi freedom, a lot of shit he's seen, even like a television.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
imagine just drawing a comic and now seeing it CGI'd in a fucking huge theater.
Yeah.
It's always one thing I marvel over because no pun intended.
I think I remember someone saying when they saw he was born in 22. Also, someone was like, that was before cars were a common everyday thing too. At the time,
about that.
There weren't really I've seen pictures of Times Square and stuff where it's just in the early 1900s where it's just filled with people just walking around. There's not a car in sight, where there's one way in the background.
Yeah, a street was just one massive sidewalk. Yeah.
But
where's the horse?
Yeah. But
fucking R.I.P. man.
There's one more. Oh, the one last thing I want to touch on him, I guess, unless something else comes to mind.
I'm sure if something
I heard someone talking on the radio about seeing him in Comic-Con and stuff, and obviously
I guess something else.
Really a lot of people, all they can really do is say thank you with all the stuff he's done. But I remember one guy was talking, he's like, whenever someone went up to Stan Lee, it was Stan Lee didn't rush the person. He just let that person talk and would talk to them. It wouldn't be oh, okay, let's wrap this up because we got another person. I have another person that wants to talk to me. It was always just he would sit down and just talk to them for as long as they could. So it's just
because
it's especially nowadays with celebrities, it's just gotta do this, gotta do this, gotta do this, and he was sit down, let's chat. You guys enjoy my work. Yeah, you guys enjoy my work. I'm gonna sit here and talk about it because of how much they appreciate him. So it's
I'd like to say I do the same, but I don't know. I'll get annoyed after people would fucking talk about it. But I don't have to worry about that because no one gives a shit what I have to say. So. Or do.
You don't know. What were you gonna say?
So Ashley used to babysit this girl back in college, and her husband. I went over there one time when I was going to help. I was over with Ashley for whatever reason, visiting her college, and they wanted to invite us over for barbecue or something. So I did, and I went in. Of course, went in the house, and they gave me a little tour around, and the husband had posters and fucking racks and racks and racks of comics and everything. and he's, of course, I asked. We got into a big conversation about that, and we were talking for a while. And he was like majorly into it. So when he passed, just on Ashley's Facebook, she saw that they're at Philly Comic-Con, and the couple that she babysitted for had a picture with Stan Lee, and they're like, they wrote a whole long thing thanking him and everything for being awesome and all that stuff. And it was like, wow, I met him and he met him. So it's like,
7 degrees of separation, man.
Right.
That whole thing where it's like it only takes 7 connections to get to anyone else in the world.
What?
You never heard of that? That's the whole 7 degrees of separation, is where like you can pick 2 people and somehow you can get through 7 connections and get to that person. So think about it.
Damn.
I know you met that guy met Stan Lee, therefore we are in 7 degrees of separation of the entire MCU, essentially.
That's crazy. Yeah, and a lot of other people.
Yeah, it's
fucking think about that.
Holy shit, that's only what 5 steps for me, 4 steps for you, and you can branch off of all their movies.
2 more. Yep.
So
all the people.
I can't believe you never heard of 7 degrees of separation.
I didn't. I want to actually look that shit up because that's fucking mind blowing. But then again, how small the world is.
As the world gets more populated, obviously it's gonna possibly get harder and harder.
Okay, 2021. 8 degrees of separation, guys. 8 degrees of separation.
Yeah, I don't know where that stepping stone is gonna be, where we go from 7 to 8.
Dude,
but
how many people are in the fucking world? Like 7.5 billion? Is it 8 billion yet?
No, it's not 8 billion. I just looked it up.
Yet.
I looked it up the other week because my coworker asked.
I got this.
Look it up. It's I think it's like 7.6 or 7.7 right now.
Oh my god. 7.7 billion people.
Yeah. But
when we were in college, the number was 7.3.
Yeah.
So that wasn't even 5 years ago.
But kind of keeping in the movie aspect and the slightly Marvel related, not really, it's just the actor. Detective Pikachu trailer dropped this week. The same day. That day was a fucking roller coaster of emotions for me. Well, I guess that was Monday.
I remember mentioning it was a bad way to start the week. Yeah.
But Detective Pikachu dropped the trailer.
Did not expect it to be that good.
It looks better than it has any right to be.
Right? Like
the Pokemon aren't like too realistic, but aren't too cartoony.
They could have made them fucking demonic.
Yeah, you've seen those pictures where it's like terrifyingly demonic, realistic pictures, and they didn't go that far, but like they're still realistic enough that you could take it for real. And the fact that Ryan Reynolds, who's Deadpool right now, voices Pikachu, I cannot wait for when Deadpool references Pikachu in the next Deadpool movie.
Did you see the meme comparing Detective Pikachu to Deadpool? Yep. I forget about what they said, but fucking hilarious.
My phone's on the other. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. See if
you sent me that trailer and I watched it at work, and oh my god, dude, I didn't. It's before I saw the trailer, I was like, I have no inkling, I have no desire to see this movie. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I watched it, I was like, I gotta see this movie.
When's it coming out?
I showed Ashley. Yeah, right. I showed Ashley. She's like, when are we seeing it? I'm like, it didn't come out yet. Now it doesn't come out for a while. But she's like, we're going to see it. I was like, fuck yeah.
It looks so good. Wow. And I love the fact that only whoever the actor is that's playing Pikachu's partner, I guess you could say,
partner,
can only understand Pikachu. And I remember seeing, I think it was in the comments thread, it was like, I can't wait for that one scene when Pikachu hurts himself. And you just hear, oh, mother! And you just hear, squeak, 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 squeak.
Pika. Son of a Pika. Dude, it's going to be great.
But
it's going to be great.
I will say,
trying to find this.
The best scene from that trailer was probably when they're talking to Mr. Mime. And they're trying to get information on Mr. Mime, and then Pikachu goes to jump at Mr. Mime and just hits an invisible wall and just slides down.
Just I saw that going differently. Yeah, I'm trying to look up this fucking meme here, but
I think The only other actor I could say should have played Pikachu would be Danny DeVito. He's the only other actor I would say outside of Ryan Reynolds that could play Pikachu. I would love to hear Pikachu as Danny DeVito. Yeah.
Okay.
What are you looking up?
I'm trying to find that. It's still fun that fucking thing. But what? The whole "you're adorable" thing was great too. Can you understand him?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's so adorable. Pika Pika, you're adorable. See, they can't understand me.
I'm.
Good stuff. Oh no, I didn't mean to do
I'm
that.
excited.
When does it come out?
I think May.
Not that long then.
No. So I am pretty stoked for that.
Found it. Did
you find it?
Okay, so, yep. Tale of the tape. So it goes through Pikachu versus Deadpool. Height: Pikachu 1'4". Deadpool 6'2". Weight: Pikachu 13.2 pounds. Deadpool 210. Home: Rhyme City. Home: Canada. Eyes: irresistible for Pikachu, dreamy for Deadpool. Cancer: no for Pikachu, yes for Deadpool.
Wow.
Yep. Detective Pikachu's vice is coffee. Deadpool's vice is chimichangas. Their weapon, Pikachu, is magnifying glass, and Deadpool's katanas. Pikachu's catchphrase, Pika Pika. Maximum effort for Deadpool, and family friendly for Pikachu, always. And family friendly for Deadpool, December 12th through the 24th.
Yeah, I do remember that last part, and that last part made me giggle.
And then Ryan Reynolds commented on that. This is gonna get messy.
Yeah. Did you see? I think it was on Ryan Reynolds' Instagram. The shirt that he showed. It was like a cartoon version of both Pikachu and Deadpool.
But Pikachu playing Deadpool?
No, it was like I thought it was on his Instagram. Maybe it wasn't. But essentially, it was like Pikachu in like a Deadpool onesie, pulling over his head, like with a hood, a onesie with a hood, okay. And then Deadpool was in a Pikachu one, and they were just looking at each other and like smiling and stuff. I was like, that's cool.
That's a shirt?
Yeah, I somewhere I saw it.
Is it available?
I don't know. I'll have to find it. I'm sure.
Can I buy it?
I'm sure you can buy it somewhere. Maybe some, sketchy.
You get it printed yourself.
Sketchy online retailer.
Yeah, someplace you just do
made
not
from sweatshops that you do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Last place you want to give your credit card information to.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that, fellas.
Don't do that.
Kids, use your parents' credit card. Just kidding. But seriously.
Hey, Al, if you can, I could use your credit card.
No, yeah, sure. I can give it to you. It's
what was that? I didn't quite catch
I'll mail it to you.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, no. I'll mail it to you along with some cash.
Oh.
So no one can.
I'll take it.
Do you want to just keep in the same vein of some Pokemon news?
Sure, go for it.
I was just going through and scrolling through IGN and saw the 10 big changes from Pokemon Yellow to Pokemon Let's Go. Which, holy shit, dude. It's been 20 years since Pokemon Yellow was released. I can still remember getting that for my fucking birthday.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yep.
A couple months ago?
Yeah, a couple months back. But wow, dude, 20 years?
Mm-hmm.
You remember how much fun you had with fucking Game Boy?
Yep.
The worm light on the family road trips, the magnifying glass thing.
Yep. The link cables.
God, link cables, battling your cousins and brothers and sisters or whatever the fuck. Good times. I'll get into that later. But anyway, there's some big changes apparently, clearly. And I'm looking at graphical comparisons, and dude, wow, we have come a very, very long way. But not all of Kanto is exactly as you remember it. It's been 20 years since the launch of Pokemon Yellow in Japan, and in that time, the creature collecting franchise has evolved quite a bit, pun intended. Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu, and Let's Go Eevee revisit the enhanced Pikachu-focused take on Pokemon Red and Blue. And while Game Freak's remake is largely faithful to the Game Boy Classic, not everything is the same. So, you told me that you can't battle just regular trainers. Is that accurate?
I think
just
so.
gym battles?
I think so.
Because, dude, if it was the exact same thing, pretty much as the Game Boy Classic, just revamped, and like I can battle trainers, just walking on Route 20, whatever, I would have had that pre-ordered.
Mm-hmm.
But since it's not, I mean, it's gonna be a wait and see. But didn't you mention there's also gonna be something coming out next year or so?
I think that's what I heard. I'm gonna look it up right now while you do this list.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna keep going through. So, first one. Here are 10 big changes from Pokemon Yellow to Pokemon Let's Go. Pokemon Go Park. Much of Kanto and Let's Go is spruced up version of what you remember from Pokemon Yellow, but fans will spot several changes to the overworld. Some big, others small. Most noteworthy is the Safari Zone north of Fuchsia City, which is no longer an explorable area where you can capture Pokemon. In Let's Go, it's essentially an entryway to Pokemon Go Park, an entirely new area where you can import your creatures from Pokemon Go. I never played Pokemon Go. I don't like that. I like the Safari Zone where I can maybe catch a Pinsir or Scyther.
Or Tars.
Yeah, Tars are more common than Pinsir and Scyther. But anyway.
Oh yeah, all right. Fuck you.
I love the Safari Zone. Anyway, like the Safari Zone, there's no gambling. The Rocket Game Corner has been significantly stripped down. And Let's Go, all the slot machines have been replaced by arcade cabinets you can't interact with. Which means there's no coin case and no gambling to earn your way to a Porygon. Motherfucker. That Pokemon can be obtained through a different mean. Okay, good. Pokemon in different locations. In addition to Porygon being in a different location, there's also no Eevee to be found in Celadon Condos. In fact, a number of creatures that you could only obtain once by speaking to a specific NPC in Yellow can now be found in the wild. While yes, you can still get a Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle in the same way you can find them in Pokemon Yellow, you can also find them roaming the Kanto Wilderness. That's pretty cool. I'll catch myself a random Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle. That's pretty cool. You can get all three of the main starters without having to, link cable up or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can also ride Pokemon now. Remember the bike shop in Sterling City? He's now a bike maniac who won't sell you a bike. That's right. You can't get a bike in Pokemon Let's Go. But don't worry. It's been replaced by something arguably better. Now you can select any Pokemon from your party to follow you outside its Pokeball. If it's a rideable Pokemon, you can hop on and traverse Kanto by land, sea, or air in some fast, fun, and charming ways. That's pretty cool. I can dig that.
Can you dig it?
I can dig it. Yep. There's secret techniques, Matt. Did you know that? There's secret techniques. Do you know that? I didn't think you knew that. A popular change introduced in Sun and Moon also features in Pokemon Let's Go, but in a slightly different form. That's right. We're talking about the removal of HMs. What? However, instead of using Poke Ride like in Sun and Moon, you use your Pikachu or Eevee and learn various secret techniques throughout the course of your adventure that can effectively replace Fly, Surf, Flash, Cut, and Strength. I kind of like the whole, you have to kind of find those HMs and teach them to a specific Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's kind of, that's what we're getting at by I want the exact same game, pretty much.
Yeah.
Just
so
revamped.
I couldn't find too much detail on the new one, but essentially it's going to be different from Let's Go. I think it said it's going to be a more traditional type game that longtime fans are looking forward to. Okay, then that's what I'm looking forward to. Yeah, let me pull this article back up. It just had like 5 bullet points real quick. Okay. What we know so far, and these are quotes, it's coming out second half of 2019. It's not an entry game, but a game that we want longtime fans of Pokemon series to look forward to. Will give a good understanding of what an evolved Pokemon game looks like after it has continued to succeed the traditions of Game Freak, which is the original developer. And we want to make Pokemon fans say, this is what I've been waiting for, by delivering a brand new product packed with gameplay elements and plenty of new Pokemon to encounter. Good. Good. That's what I'm looking forward to. So, shall I continue? Go for it. You have a new rival, Matt. There's a new rival in this game. Gary, the cocky grandson of Professor Oak, is not your rival in Pokemon Let's Go. Instead, the character who will challenge you throughout the journey is kind of humble childhood friend. Instead of popping up to talk smack and give you a hard time, your rival will support you and give you a few helpful items throughout the quest. However, this isn't to say some classic characters from the original games don't appear during your journey across Kanto. Team Rocket. Did you hear the thing about Team Rocket? About what?
on Reddit about how Team Rocket has been like Ash's protector.
I haven't heard that. I've heard the whole they're actually trying to save the world theory.
Haven't heard that.
But
I read something like, pretty much I think it was a shower thought that I just read through the thread on it. But it was saying that, everybody in Ash that's helped Ben with Ash, like through the story is no longer there, is come and gone here and there. But the only people who have remained the whole time is
Team Rocket
and Meowth. And like, they're kind of there to like kind of keep them guided, It was a pretty interesting little read.
Tidbit.
So I liked it. Here you go. No more random battles. Excuse me, everybody. Perhaps the most significant change in Pokemon Let's Go is the absence of random battles. Instead, Pokemon are seen roaming the world over. And when the character comes in contact with one, you can enter a catching sequence akin to Pokemon Go. Oh. I'm into that. While there are still plenty of trainer battles with traditional turn-based style gameplay, you can level up your Pokemon. Your party will also gain experience when you successfully capture Pokemon. How do you gain experience when you capture a Pokemon? Whatever. There are gym entry requirements now. Unlike in Pokemon Yellow and every prior Pokemon game, in order to challenge a gym in Pokemon Let's Go, you must meet a specific requirement. These requirements vary. For example, you may need to have a Pokemon of a specific type, or one that has reached a certain level. A few gyms require rather unique requirements, which we won't spoil here for you. No Pokemon PC. Pokemon researcher Bill is still in Let's Go, but has no PC storage system, which has been a staple in all the core games, of course.
Yep.
So in this one, instead, you have a Pokemon box in your inventory that you can access whenever you are in battle. Okay, it makes it convenient, but having the ability to swap a Pokemon that is faint, low HP, without having to visit Pokemon Center, that's good. I like that. And the last one here is later gen updates. So several changes and features that were added to the generations following Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow appear in Pokemon Let's Go. Not only can you choose the gender of your characters, that's a fucking option.
Wait, what?
Whatever. You can choose the gender of your Pokemon.
I didn't know that.
Didn't know that. First introduced in Pokemon Crystal. You can outfit your characters with different clothing options that you can find throughout your journey. That's kind of cool. Added Pokemon types like Steel, Fairy, and Dark are featured in Pokemon Let's Go, as are some of the moves that were added in later generations. You'll also face off against other trainers in double battles. Be able to obtain a Alolan Pokemon, Alolan, Alolan Pokemon, and even have the option of powering some of your Pokemon with Mega Evolutions. What the fuck's a Mega Evolution?
It's like a temporary evolution. They came out with it like a couple years ago.
Okay. Well, that's all I got for that, but it seems as though it has some things I would like, but no, I kind of like the random battles just because, like, I'm guessing it means random battles as in I'll walk around the grass.
Yeah.
Ooh, random. I like that because that's how I would fucking level my Pokemon up before I needed to go to a gym or something. You know what I mean? Like, I like that, but if they're missing that, I don't know. That was the big thing about it. I like going through that and
just getting all your Pokemon up to level 99 and 100 and
dude, speaking of Pokemon, oh my god, something happened to my phone and my emulator will not start up again for Pokemon Gold and all my fucking save is gone. I'm pissed.
Poor thing.
I'm pissed. So pissed.
Poor.
I mean that was a lot of time.
Oh,
got me through many a fucking doctor's appointment waiting room.
Poor thing. Poor
Anywho,
baby.
We can move on from Pokemon now if you guys want.
So there's the 2018 Golden Joystick Awards. I don't know if this is where the exact game of the year comes from. I don't think it is.
I don't know.
But
I don't actually know where that comes from.
Yeah, I don't know either. I was trying to figure that out. I could have figured it out. But they give off a bunch of awards for this past year in gaming.
Do you know some of the award categories?
Yes, I have a list right here, actually.
Oh, please go through it.
So, best storytelling, God of War. Which, so far, story-wise, it definitely has been one of the best.
Can I tell you something?
Go for it.
Before you go on, I'm going to interrupt again. But The best part of that game for me was the head.
Dude.
What the fuck is his name?
It began with an M, didn't it?
Miter?
No.
Fuck. It's been a little while since I played that game. But anyway, the storytelling, because when Atreus would ask him a question,
Mimir. It would just go Mimir. M-I-M-I-R. M-I-M-I-R. Mimir. I just typed in God of War head and it gave it to me.
Head. Oh man, that was the best. When Atreus would ask him a Mimir question, and Mimir would some very, very detailed like story. That was the best. I didn't want to stop rowing around in the boat. I would just kind of go around the center in a circle.
And then you would get off and the credits would just go, head, quiet.
Yeah. We'll pick this up later. Oh man. Best part of that game. Anyway.
Yeah.
Continue.
Best competitive game. Fortnite.
Fucking Fortnite. God damn it.
Best cooperative game. Monster Hunter World.
Okay.
Best visual design, God of War.
Okay.
Which I do have to agree with. It was a very beautiful game.
Question. Wait.
Yes.
Were these done already before Red Dead was out?
I think this might have just happened this past weekend.
I don't think it's had enough time.
Yeah, I don't think it's had enough time. But let me continue through this list and then we can talk about it for a little bit.
I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. I apologize.
Best indie game, Dead Cells, which I played and streamed a little bit and was very fun. Okay. Best audio, God of War.
Okay.
Still Playing Award, World of Tanks. I don't know what that is. I don't think.
Does that just mean people are like, even though it came out a while ago, they're still playing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Best performer, which I guess is like a voice actor or motion capture. Yep. Brian DeChart, who I guess was in Detroit Becoming Human, which was kind of like
Did you play that game?
I didn't, but I've heard it was pretty good.
I heard too, but it's
one of those more like movie type where it's like what was the one of the first games I was like that the one where the kid disappears. Know what I'm talking about?
No, I can't say that I do.
Heavy Rain.
Okay, if you knew it, why'd you ask me?
I had to think about it. I couldn't think of the name.
Bastard.
Okay. No, I seriously couldn't think of the name until after I asked what it was.
that happens a lot. I have the same list pulled up. Oh, sorry, everybody. Jeez, I have the same list pulled up. So,
esports game of the year, Overwatch. Best VR game, Elder Scrolls Skyrim VR.
They keep releasing it.
Studio of the year, SIE Santa Monica Studio. I don't know what they made. If you want to look into that,
God of War, dude.
Oh, is that who made God of War? All right.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, there you go.
God of War. Boy.
New streamer broadcaster Brian DeChart. I don't know where that necessarily goes.
Since he was in a game, he started a streaming channel. I guess. And he became huge. So.
Mobile game of the year, PUBG.
PUBG, which is coming out for PlayStation, by the way.
No, someone else messaged me.
For anybody who wants to play that again.
Where was I? PC game of the year, Subnautica, which I don't know what that is. I think it's kind of like a like an open world free roam type game, kind of like similar to like I guess Minecraft maybe. I could be completely wrong with that. PlayStation game of the year, God of War.
God of War. Dad of Boy.
Dad of Boy.
Dad of Boy.
He also gets Fatherly Year award.
I got that trophy, father and son.
Oh, I thought you meant like there's an actual trophy named Father of the Year.
No, but it should have been fucking Dad and Boy.
Xbox Game of the Year, Forza Horizon 4.
Isn't that just a racing game?
Yeah. I think that goes to show Xbox's releases this year, honestly.
Sorry, Xbox.
I don't know what other releases they had this year, honestly.
When does Gears 5 come out?
I don't know.
That's next year, has to be. Yep.
Nintendo Game of the Year, Octopath Traveler, which I've heard was a pretty good RPG.
I have also. I've read or listened to other podcasts, and people rave like. I guess the thing, Octopath. There's multiple paths you can take in this game, and like you can play as different characters. I think it might have been 8 characters or something, and you just take different paths, but each character meets every other character in some other way, and you go through the story a little bit differently every time. I think. Don't quote me on that. And if I'm wrong, and people listen to this, please correct me. But
you're quoted. A breakthrough award, Unknown Worlds.
What is that?
I think they're a developer, because I just Google searched them real quick, unknownworlds.com, and I'm seeing stuff about Subnautica. Oh, so maybe okay. So it's Subnautica's like developer or something. That'd be my guess. Okay. Most wanted game, Cyberpunk 2077.
I agree, dude.
Everyone is super psyched about this game, which is making me become a little skeptical, because I don't want it
exactly
come out and be horrible. But it's by CD Projekt Red, who did the Witcher series, so I'm trusting them there.
It looks fucking awesome. Anyway.
Yeah. Critics' Choice Award, Red Dead 2. So they got something there. But like you said, I think it was just because it's only been out for so little time that it hasn't had enough.
I saw something here. Even the Ultimate. I'm sorry. Finish it out, then I'll go through.
All right. Lifetime Achievement Award. I'm gonna butcher this name. Hidetaka Miyazaki, who was the guy who is the executive from Software, who did the Dark Souls series and Bloodborne and all that stuff.
I think it's pretty accurate pronunciation of the name. Good job.
Oh, thank you. I don't even remember how I actually pronounce his name.
Hidetaka Miyazaki.
But yeah, I mean, I'm a huge Dark Souls player and love it. And I actually recently found 2 mods for Dark Souls, which I'm thinking about downloading to play, which would make it a whole new experience, I feel like, which I would probably stream.
What are those 2?
Let me finish these last 2.
Yeah, no, you keep it up and good.
Outstanding contribution, Xbox Adaptive Controller. Now, I think this is like for handicapped gamers, like it's so that way they don't need a normal controller nearby me. A normal controller. Someone can't use a controller like the Pro Controller on the Switch. They can have something else to still game if they can't use something like, what normal gamer would use. So,
well, cheers to them.
As much as we were just shitting on Xbox, props to them for doing that.
Fuck you, Xbox, but awesome Xbox.
Yeah. And then sadly, Ultimate Game of the Year, which I'm not happy with, is Fortnite.
But dude, we're not happy with it because we have different choices. But think of the fucking revolution that game has had. Everybody literally everybody and literally their mother or brother or father were playing that fucking game at one point.
Yeah, I played it for a little bit in the very beginning of the year and then just got burnt out within like 2 or 3 weeks. But
yeah, but even still, like it still has a huge following. But so what I saw was that I started reading through it quietly to myself, but I didn't want to say it loud. But the Ultimate Game of the Year was Fortnite, but even though Red Dead Redemption 2 is also eligible for votes in the category to rule them all. But don't worry, Rockstar's new Western Epic still got its dues. It got the winner for whatever the fuck it was, the critics' choice. But I'm wondering if that will be also included in 2019 because it was released so late this year.
I don't know. I wonder what the date cutoff is for stuff like that.
It says, don't fret about most recent releases like Hitman 2 and Fallout 76 getting snubbed. I don't think Fallout 76 is going to win anything anyway. They and all the rest of November and December 2018 releases will be eligible for nomination for the 2019 Dual Joysticks.
Yeah. It'll be...
means... no shit. It came out October 26th, so it won't be available.
No.
Oh, fuck, dude. Okay, there was a 5-day period where Red Dead was out before the cutoff date.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if some people that have influence on the awards get access early, because you always hear about reviewers getting access, a week or 2 early. So I wouldn't be surprised if they had access to the game a little bit beforehand to.
That's true, but still,
make their mind up.
I mean, Critics' Choice Award. That's a pretty good award, I would say, for Red Dead 2,
I feel like I would rather have Critics' Choice Award too, because critics can be rough. Like at some movie critics, they fucking butcher movie stuff.
Critics, did you? I don't know if it's changed since, if it's increased or not, but I saw the Fallout 76's Metacritic score. Take that with a grain of salt. Metacritic, whatever the fuck that is, 2.2 out of 10. was the last I saw.
I haven't really looked into it so far, to be honest.
So I'm actually gonna look it up really quick again, but I understand Metacritic is like an amalgamation of like other sites, correct? Or no? Am I wrong in saying that? People,
I don't know.
But what you got? 2.9. So it's increased a little bit. It's been mostly negative reviews. There's positive reviews or positive ratings of 543, mixed ratings of 85, and negative ratings of 1,585 ratings. 71% are negative. So I don't know. I have to read more about it. I have to watch some gameplay maybe, and I just have to find out for myself.
Yep.
People hate No Man's Sky. I love No Man's Sky in my own way. Just simple exploration.
You also came into it late in the life cycle.
That's true. That is true. But the exploration thing, I have a thing with space.
Yeah, but the thing is, with the hate for No Man's Sky, it made it sound like there's a lot of things that were going to be promised that didn't get put in until now, which was 2 years after it was released.
But I got it the year ago, so I mean, still, got a couple updates late.
Yeah,
but
that's what I mean. Like, it made it sound like upon release, it was like you can travel the solar system with your friends. They just added that.
Yeah, I understand.
So there's a lot of stuff that
Matt. All I'm saying,
I'm saying,
I gotta figure it out myself.
Yeah,
figure it out myself.
No, yeah.
Speaking of which, same thing with Pokemon. So we'll see. But if one of those other games are promised for next year or so, I'm just gonna wait. So speaking of old games that I'm just getting into now, my dad is asking what I want for Christmas.
What are you asking for?
I might ask for Breath of the Wild.
Do it.
Just to get, just to get
if you get Breath of the Wild, I would gladly play through it again and just talk to you on Discord while we do it.
Is it a game we could do that in?
I mean, my Switch is right there.
That's true. Actually, we're redoing the entire basement, so I unhooked my PlayStation and move everything to a different safe room. And I brought the Switch up to put in the other TV up here, smaller, older TV. But we're playing some kart and Super Mario Party. Yeah, dude, I got the best. Not the best. My favorite. I just unlocked my favorite car.
Which is
the P-Wing.
P-Wing.
It's like a Formula One looking kind of thingy, mabobber. It's like a race car. Dude, I unlocked it. I played a single player race after Ashley passed out next to me. I think it's fucking awesome.
All right.
It's probably my favorite car in the game.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I don't know. I still like my my teddy bear car.
That is pretty awesome too. Dude, how many cars are unlockables are in that?
I will let you look that one up.
Holy shit. Every time I beat a race.
Yeah, I feel like every time I go back into the main menu and go back into choosing what I want, it's always new cart or new wheels, new this, new that. Yeah.
Parachute or something.
So
I looked it up as you go ahead.
While you're looking it up, we got a little sidetracked here. There's 2 mods for Dark Souls, which I found in the past couple weeks that I want to download and replay through Dark Souls. And one is a randomizer mod, essentially. So when I play through Dark Souls right now, everything is still in the same location. This key is in the same location, this is in the same location, this weapon's here. And you can re-roll it so that way it's just randomized. So you have to re-explore areas to figure out how to get to other areas, which is one of the reasons I like about Dark Souls, is because there's no quest marker. You're told go here, and then you got to figure out how to get there sometimes.
Gotcha.
So that's one of them. The other one is, I don't remember what it's called, but essentially after you beat a boss, somehow it adds, I don't know if it's a positive or a negative or a negative or just a negative aspect to your character, but somehow it slowly makes the game harder, I believe. So
randomly?
But it's random, so it's it has a list, I guess, of random things it can add to your character, and it just picks one. So you have to kind of sit there and go, okay, do I attack the bosses I know I can beat right now and level up, or do I go and take out the guys that I have the most difficulty with while I'm the least impaired and least handicapped?
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it adds like another kind of aspect of strategy where it's like, this boss always gives me the most trouble. Do I want to go fight him before I have a lot of negative aspects, or do I want to take a chance, go fight a couple bosses first, level up, and take the risk of getting a really bad negative side effect or a side effect, and then go fight him and either have more or less difficulty than I would have.
Gotcha.
So it adds like a different side of strategy to it. Whereas right now when I play, I run through, I'm like, I know the boss order I pretty much take. I know exactly what items I want and how to go about it. So
okay. Yeah.
I feel like it would be a cool aspect just because it randomizes it and all that.
How many times, if you play through it again now with these mods, how many times would you have completed the games?
I beat it on PlayStation 4 once or twice.
Okay.
Are we just talking the first game?
Is these mods just for the first game?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, so the first game then, yes.
The second game, on PC, I've probably beaten it. Well, to get all the achievements, you need to get to New Game Plus Plus. So you need to beat the game at least twice to get all the achievements. I've done that for Dark Souls and Dark Souls Remastered.
3 times? You have to beat the game, New Game Plus, and New Game Plus Plus.
You don't have to beat New Game Plus Plus, though. You just have to get to New Game Plus Plus. You just have to
get it? Okay.
So you don't have to beat it. You have to get about halfway through New Game Plus Plus to get all the achievements. So I've been in Dark Souls at least 4 times, get all the achievements.
Oh, goddamn.
And probably an additional 2 to 3 times at least to just screwing around. But looking at my Steam library right now, I have 245 hours in the Prepare to Die edition, 24 in the Remastered edition, and then probably an additional 50 or 60 on PS4 or PS3. I mean,
cool. That's a lot of time in that game.
Yeah, Dark Souls 2, I have 295 hours, and then the Scholar of the First Sin for Dark Souls 2, which was like the remastered version, 95 hours, and Dark Souls 3, I have 154 hours.
That's a lot of time, man.
I 100%ed all 5 versions of Dark Souls I have on PC.
Okay.
That's something else that we didn't. I guess we didn't really talk about our weeks.
We didn't completely skip that. We're in Stanley, which is understandable. However, I can't find
everything we kind of talked about was our week. I got all the achievements for Shadow of the Tomb Raider after the DLC dropped.
Finally.
Well, I was waiting for the DLC to drop, and it was just 5 more achievements, which I did in like 2 hours. And I think there's still like 6 more DLCs coming out, so it's just like playing the waiting game of them to come out.
Oh, you're just doing them boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for them to come out. It's just like knocking them out once they come out, so that way it's not a Rise of the Tomb Raider situation where there was like a bunch of DLCs that I came late to the party to and have 100 more achievements still to get in that game.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was with Fallout 4 before I actually started the trophy hunt. I'm 4 DLCs behind, like all of them.
Yeah.
So I still haven't done all of. I've only got 100% in the Automatron one. So I didn't even play Nuka World yet. So
gotta get on that.
Fallout 76.
Gotta get on that.
You, my friend, have to get on fucking Horizon Zero Dawn, my friend.
I'll get around to it. Don't give me that.
That's all I can do is. Anyway.
You got anything else?
Spyro was released. Yeah.
What have you heard about Spyro?
Last week? I haven't heard much actually because I have been so immersed in painting this house. But I did just see an IGN article that pretty much Toys for Bob, the guys who re-released it, they just nailed it on the head. It pretty much said Toys for Bob's gets Spyro. Like, they just got it. So I am probably gonna buy that, but I'm probably gonna. Ashley got me Crash Insane Trilogy for Switch, which, as we all know, does not have achievements. So I might get Spyro and get it for PS4 so I can trophy hunt in that a little bit.
So I was curious what else Toys for Bob did. A lot of the games I don't really recognize, except for they did do the last Crash game, the Insane Trilogy.
Yeah, I was just talking about that.
Oh.
Yeah, because I got that one for Switch, and there's no achievies.
I didn't realize I wasn't paying attention when you said that they also did that. I thought you were just saying that with the remastered. Yeah.
No, I actually didn't say they did that, but I just mentioned it.
No, but they also did Crash Insane Trilogy.
Yeah. So Toys for Bob just gets Spyro the Dragon. In the Spyro trilogy, Reignited trilogy, the Skylanders developer has rekindled the spark of the original PlayStation mascot's first 3 adventures with a gorgeous new coat of paint, a score that modernizes the iconic soundtrack, and quality of life improvements. This collection is a reminder of why these charming platformers were and still are so loved. So, I mean, just by reading that, they just took the first couple games and just completely just nailed them. Just made them look beautiful and made them still fun to play. Good. So I'm probably gonna pay, if it's not $60, probably just be 40 again, right?
Maybe.
Scroll through. If it's 40 or so, dude, it got an 8.5 on IGN. So that's pretty good.
It's pretty solid.
Pretty solid. So if it's $40 or so, I'm probably gonna pick that up soon. So anyway, I believe that we'll wrap it up for this episode, Matt. You got anything else, buddy? You and those luscious locks.
I don't think I do.
Me either. So let's call it there and wrap up. Tidbit 32, Guy Party Podcast. I never said where we can be found.
Hit it
on
now.
Instagram and shit. But if you guys just like what you hear and want to give some feedback or so, you just hit us up on Instagram if you would like at guy_party_pod, as well as hit up our website to watch the video versions as we're recording right now, and the audio versions as Matt's mocking me, and that's guypartypod.com. So
love you
guys. Peace.
Bye.
See ya.